Today we are conducting the experiment on the principle of open loop and closed loop system. And basic aim here we have to learn the happenings in the speed control of a DC motor, which is a system for us in a closed loop and a open loop. So just I will introduce all of you what is the setup of this open loop and closed loop system. In previous lecture we have learned what does mean by open loop and closed loop. So we have two parts, one is a system and second part is a controller. So the system for us is an electrical motor, DC motor, electrical DC motor, and we know that electrical motor has an input as an electrical energy. If you observe over here, all of you have seen the electrical motors and all, and output of this is a mechanical energy which is available as the rotary output in the shaft, at the shaft. And the task of this controller which we are using over here is to control the speed of the motor. So what is happening over here, in other side you are observing that on the shaft of a motor we have one pulley is placed and which is surrounded by a belt. Such kind of a construction you might have seen in the brake dynamometers, you might have used in the other subjects and all. So what I do, when I will be rotating this particular the pulley, the tensions in the belt will increase and this belt will try to grab this particular pulley and load on the motor will increase. So as a mechanical engineer, we understand that if load will increase, the speed of the motor will decrease, and if load will decrease, speed will increase. So what is the aim? Basically, we have to control the speed of this motor. This speed is changing due to the load change, and in open loop you will be observing that the load is a disturbance. Yeah, I have previously said that load is a disturbance, the controlled quantity is the speed. Therefore, in open loop system we will be observing that if the load will change, the speed will deviate from the set value and it will never brought to the set value. Reason behind is we don't have a feedback. You have to remember this one. And in closed loop system, though the load on the system will change, we continuously measure the speed, and what is there, due to that feedback, the speed will rotate always at a constant RPM, revolutions per minute. So we have to learn basically what happens to the speed if the load changes in case of a closed loop and open loop system. That is our aim. So you observe on this side we have one coupling, and to the coupling you will be observing one device over here. This device is called as a tacho generator. Now everybody knows what does mean by generator. Generator converts the mechanical energy into the electrical energy. So if you look closely, the input to this particular tacho generator is a mechanical energy, and output from this is a electrical energy. So that conversion is there. Now my question is that since this particular tacho generator is rotated by the motor over here, it is directly connected to the motor shaft. Now question is that if the speed of the motor will change due to the load change, the speed of a tacho generator will also change, and accordingly the electrical output will be changing. So in general, what you understand, we understand that this tacho generator will sense the speed of a motor and it will measure the speed and send to the controller. Therefore, in the theory we have learned that this element is nothing the element in the feedback part. Therefore, purpose of a tacho generator is to measure the speed and send this feedback to the controller. Therefore, whatever the black wire you are observing over here, this is the output of a tacho generator. Means that this is the feedback part. This is the feedback part. Once again I am telling, the system is a motor. The controlled quantity is the speed of a motor. The speed of a motor is changing due to the change in the load on the motor. So you have to remember, the output speed is measured by means of a tacho generator, which is a electromechanical device. Input is a mechanical energy, output is a electrical energy, which depends on the speed of a motor. Then on other side you are observing a controller part. This particular part is a controller one. Therefore this feedback wire is coming from the tacho generator and connected to the controller. Then this is the wire which is the input to the your electrical motor and which is actually electrical input is controlled by means of this controller. Therefore, when we are doing the experiment, you need to understand the panels over here, different panels over here. So first panel is a RPM panel. This panel will tell you what is the speed with which motor is rotating. Then this is the second panel with a ammeter, which is showing how much amount of a current is drawn by the motor, which is particularly based on a load. So it will be showing you load current over here. Then there are different knobs over here. So if you look this is a toggle switch, and this toggle switch will operate in open loop and closed loop. So please remember that we have only one setup of this electrical DC motor, which either works in open loop or either works in a closed loop. So if it is on upside, it will work in an open loop, and please remember that in that case this feedback will not work, as we have previously said in the working. If it is in a closed loop, this feedback will be taken into the control action. So this effect we have to learn. Then we have certain knobs over here, and you will be observing that a reference speed knob. So when before starting, hope you understood the construction. Just in a minute, we'll recall again. We have system as a DC motor. The control we want to do is the speed control of this DC motor. Speed is changing due to the load. We have tacho generator as a feedback element. We are taking this feedback to the controller, and the controller output is used to drive the motor. So this is the part we have learned. We have talked about the panel also. Let's begin with the open loop system first. What happens in an open loop system first? We have set the knob on an open loop system. Currently, the speeds are 0. There is no current flowing to the motor and all. So first target is that we will be setting the desired speed of a motor. That is the speed at which we want to run the motor. Therefore, I'll be pressing the start button. Then I'll be adjusting the gain value to a certain level, and then we need to take care that load on the motor has to be 0. I request you, what is the reason behind this one when we are seeing the video. So let's set the speed, desired speed, some value. So you are observing that I have set the speed over here as a 1200 RPM, around 1200 RPM. So this speed is called as a set speed. That is a set speed of the motor, and output speed is the actual speed which is measured by the tacho generator currently. Now we are working in an open loop. What I am doing now, I am changing the loop. See how the open loop system works. As we have previously said that same setup is meant for open loop and closed loop system. So initially we are checking load on the motor is 0, it is 0. Now we have to move this toggle switch from closed loop to the open loop. So we have done this one. Then we will be starting the system, and first step we have to do is change the speed of a motor. Change the speed of a motor. Now we have this RPM indicator, and you are observing here a reference speed. So reference speed is nothing but that is the input value which we are going to set for this particular application. So let's set some speed. So you are observing motor start rotating, and we are setting the speed, let's say 1100 RPM. Now in the control system we have learned that if the load of the system will change, it will affect the speed of the motor. Now let's increase the load by changing the belt tension. So if you observe in the meters, the first one, as load goes on increasing, motor will be drawing more current over here. So you are observing that there is a change in the input to the motor. But on other side, since we are working in an open loop, as load goes on increasing, simultaneously you are observing the set speed of 1100 is not maintained. Speed is reducing as the load on the system is increasing, and vice versa. So this is the limitation of a open loop system. Set the speed around 1200 RPM. Now what we are doing? Like previous case, we will be changing the load, and I request you to observe the ammeter. It will be showing that load current is increasing, and you see the corresponding changes in the output speed in a closed loop system. So I have increased the load current, and speed is almost remaining the constant one. So basically what we are observing in case of a open loop system, the speed was dropping due to the load change since feedback was not there. But in case of a closed loop system, speed is remaining stationary irrespective of the load change. So that is the principle of a open loop and a closed loop system. So friends, let's understand the block diagram of this experiment. You are observing here one circle. This is our DC motor. This is our DC motor. Then the output of a DC motor is a speed which is available at the shaft, motor shaft. Then this speed changes due to the disturbance load. So disturbance load you are applying by means of this pulley and belt drive. Then the speed of the motor, which is calling as output of a control system, is measured by means of a T. You are finding a block of a T, which is the tacho generator. Then the tacho generator output is connected to the controller, and this is your feedback line or feedback signal. So this black wire which is coming from the tacho generator is a feedback line, and which is going to the controller part. Since our controller is an electronic one, this entire portion over here is nothing but 3. Let's understand the procedure of conducting the experiment of an open loop system. So you are observing here the observation table, which is written as a part A, which is for an open loop control system. Now in this case, while conducting the experiment, we have to take only 2 readings. One is the load current. What is the meaning of a load current? When we are changing the load on the motor, the amount of a current drawn by the motor will be goes on increasing. So that will be there in the column of a load current. And for every load, we have to measure the speed of the motor, which is given by this RPM. So while conducting the experiment, the first task is we have to set the reference speed, as I have told previously. That is by using the reference speed knob, and by observing the RPM meter, we will be setting the desired speed. Say in the observation table, we are setting the reference speed R of t as a 1000 RPM. So we have to adjust this knob till it reaches the 1000 RPM. So this task we have done. Next thing, so simple, we have the load adjusting knob. We will goes on increasing the load on the motor. Say it reaches the load current as a 0.5. That will be reading from this ammeter gauge over here. Then once it is reached this value, we have to measure the RPM corresponding to that load and RPM corresponding to the load, and that we have to note over here 890. The procedure we have to continue and goes on increasing the loads, and corresponding to every load we have to measure the speeds. Now since we are working in open loop system, we observe from the last column that the speed goes on changing as the load is changing. So this is the open loop, and this happens because we don't have a feedback in the open loop system. Okay?
Now closed loop.
Now we have learned the procedure of conducting the open loop experiment, and the procedure for the closed loop system is similar to the open loop. Now we are going to use the observation table over here, this one, and if you see the contents in this table which are similar to the open loop system. Now only thing here, what we have to do, we have to change from open loop to closed loop. Now this feedback will be activated, and then rest of the procedure I have to again set the speed, reference speed. Let's say reference speed we are choosing as a 800 RPM. So you have to adjust this reference speed knob till we get the speed of 800 over here. Then by previous procedure we have to change this particular knob, which in turn will change the tensions in the belt, and load on the motor will change. So now we are working in open loop. So if you observe that as load goes on increasing, load current is increasing for every load. But if you see the last column over here, the motor speed remains the same. So the reason is that what we say, irrespective of a disturbance, means this load is a disturbance, controlled quantity, that is the speed of the motor, remains at the set value of a 800, and this is possible due to the feedback we are using in the closed loop system.